Imagine a year where 1996.
Whoa! Oh my god! Wow, that portal, that actually was pretty good. The new portal gun I came up with, that wasn't bad. I think I must have fixed something in it because that was way better than all the other portals I've been through. Well, except for the location, this place is a bit dusty, bit red / brown. Oh my god! An alien who sounds like a fucking dog. It's the worst alien-sounding alien I've ever encountered. Hello there. I come in peace?
Recalibrating language.
Oh. Oh my god, they have a weird machine there that doesn't look like it should work.
It's me.
Oh my god.
The Martian.
It's a Martian ghoul. Oh my
Hello.
god. He just looks like the regular ghoul.
What do I look like, though? It's a mystery.
Yeah, the audience can't see, so it's up to their imagination.
Yeah.
Or my imagination, actually, because we're in my coma. That checks out.
Comas do maybe exist. I'm not Sandro, I'm the ghoul.
Yeah, but now I've kind of unlocked my mind powers, so I can kind of, like, do anything at this stage.
Huh?
Are we on Mars at the moment? Where are we?
We're on Mars.
Yep, that checks out. Okay, so I could just build, like, a castle or something. I could just... Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Zach.
Whoa.
Zach.
What was that? Who said that?
It's me, disembodied voice.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Which one of them? I had lots of those.
The main one, I guess.
Oh, the main one. Okay, yeah. Continue, sorry.
You must build a new portal gun.
A new portal, but I already built a portal.
No, a bigger one.
A bigger one? Well, the voices are telling me to do things. I guess I better do them.
I'm very confused right now.
Wait, did you hear that?
No, all I heard was you saying a bigger one without context.
That's pretty hard. I guess I'll need to start constructing. Do you have any workspaces or something I can start with?
It's Mars. You can do anything wherever you want.
Yeah, that's
fair. There are
fair.
no borders. There are no governments.
Yeah, how does that work? Is it like open seas, like Mariner laws? Is that how it works?
Watch out for the rovers, though.
The rovers?
The little robots that NASA sends.
Also watch out
right.
for Matt Damon as well.
Oh, yeah, Matt Damon. Well, maybe he
Hero.
can make me some roast potatoes or something. That would be pretty good.
Doesn't he drink his own piss in that? Is that the one? I haven't seen The Martian, so...
I can't hear your disembodied voice, but if I could, I would say yes, he does drink the piss.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I'm in the
Dude,
atmosphere.
you should, what?
That's-
Wait, oh my god, I see something up
I'm
there.
little nanobots in a cloud.
Oh my god, that's a different sci-fi series as well. Oh my god.
My goodness, Zach, I'm the ghoul, and with the context
Yeah.
I have, if you were to maybe put the disembodied person into a body with your
true.
mind powers...
I could just make the I could just
I'm
imagine the
nanobots
disembodied voice or these nanobots flying around as just a person.
Yes,
All
do
right,
that.
I'll try that.
Do that.
Oh my god.
It popped into reality!
Oh, hey Han, how's it going?
What's up?
You look familiar.
Yeah, it's me, Haunted by Han. I feature on the podcast sometimes.
You did say
Ah, there you
you'd be
go.
back.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Wow, Zach?
So, all right. Well, I think we probably should do a podcast. So all we need is Sandro now. So, hey, Ghoul, hold
Yeah?
still for a second.
What?
Ooh,
Yeah, that was kind
that
of
was
gross.
like Cronenberg level.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of shredded goblin around
oh
now.
God.
why is it green?
Zach,
Well,
did
that's
you
because
turn
it's a
an-
Martian goblin.
What the
So I imagined
fuck?
it was full of green goop.
Did you
That's-
turn
It just
an-
went everywhere.
Zach, I was going to take the mask off.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
Well, you should have
You
done
just
it sooner.
killed a guy.
Yeah, well, I can always bring it back, right?
I don't know if you've unlocked that ability
Oh,
yet.
shit. Oh, sorry about that, little Martian goblin man.
These powers are getting out of control. It's a good thing that we're going to be distracted from those powers and talk about Mars attacks now.
Oh, Mars attacks!
Yes.
Yeah!
Hello, welcome to Oldie But a Goodie. My name is Sandro. Your name is Zach.
That's true.
And we've got a guest here, Haunted by Han from Twitch. Hello.
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 Twitch.tv/haunted by Han. Actually.
And
Actually.
TikTok.
Ting Tong, Instagram,
Yes.
Butstagram, as I like to call it.
True. You do go live on TikTok every now and then?
Yes, and on Twitch.
Yes.
Nice.
And on Twitter.
I go live on
You
Twitter.
interview Musk.
I interview Elon Musk.
Yeah.
No, just the smell.
Just
Musk.
the smell of
Yeah.
Musk. The deer pheromones.
Dear pheromones, I was going to say that.
Yeah, that's what.
Hell yeah.
That's what the thing. We're reviewing Mars Attacks from 1996. Zach, you chose it,
I did.
and we will do the podcast now.
Thanks, Sandro. What a great host.
I've gotten so bad
many-
at doing intros.
No, but I've always wanted to do this film
Mm.
because I've seen memes of
Do or I barely know it. Sorry.
Yep.
Love that.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks.
There we go. So I've always seen memes. This one's referenced a lot in pop culture for some fucking
Yes.
reason.
That's true. I don't
And
know
I was
why.
like, I wanted to know the context.
Yeah.
So we watched the film.
You picked the movie.
I did.
and that means legally we had to watch it.
Han, what did you think?
I was like, also the same. I was like,
Yeah.
I've never seen this. Everyone online is always going on about how good this is.
Are they?
Well,
I think it's a cult classic.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of names in this film. That's for
it's
sure.
the cast is stacked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Stacked up on a Mars day.
What does that mean? Explain
What, the
yourself.
Sigma?
Sandro, what is this? What is your? I need to. Clearly, my mind powers have done something fucky with this
I think you
Sandro.
didn't bring him back right.
Yeah, it's like something's wrong with his
Cast
brain.
is stacked up on a Mars day. I don't.
That doesn't make any
This makes
sense.
perfect
Like,
sense to me.
It should have been like stacked like a Mars bar or
Yeah.
something that the joke would have landed then.
I
Just
think
like
I've-
this movie, I didn't
I think I've
understand the
accident-
joke.
Just something's not right.
Yep. Anyway,
I don't think his frontal lobe's fully developed.
No, that's accurate to the old Sandro. Good film though.
No,
Oh no!
I would have rather watched Plan 9 from Outer Space again.
right.
It just tried too hard. It's trying too hard to be bad on purpose that it came off as pretentious, in my opinion.
Ooh.
But that is just Tim Burton.
Wow.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. Tim Burton is a fan.
So, of trying too hard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So a bit of a mixed response in this corner. Zach, in your corner, what did you think of Mars Attacks?
I was very confused.
Same.
Mostly by the tone of the film. I'm like,
yeah.
There was like 3 different tones.
it was weird because it's like it's got this like goofy comedy tone.
Yeah.
But then everyone's dying because they're getting vaporized
Yeah.
by aliens.
Spoilers.
And it's kind of yeah. Sorry, Mars attacks in this film.
What?
And so like it's like this is kind of horrible, but no one gives a shit.
No, exactly.
No.
I think that was kind of the point because it's meant to be like the US doesn't care.
Yeah,
they care
yeah,
more
yeah.
about like
Image.
their image of,
Yeah.
of being like diplomatic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
There was that
Democracy and
underlying
freedom.
thing, but it wasn't done well.
No,
No, oh,
that's
no.
what I.
Um,
and there was like a weird coming of age like themes as well.
Yeah,
and being
yeah.
like, oh, I don't fit in, so I'm gonna go find like my people.
Yeah.
It was just so. There's so too many themes, too much
and-
conflicting stuff.
And there's this whole like, make peace not war, but then like they should probably make war now. Like it's like
Yeah.
It was
making fun of humanity's
I-
possible response
that's
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
I was like, what is the joke?
yeah, it's weird.
It's like it's trying to be a parody of like 1940s sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also like we watched
But it's just the same as it.
it's
though.
the same, like compared to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, which we did earlier in the year.
Yeah.
that was actually a parody and it was funny.
Yeah.
Whereas
yes.
this one's like it. I don't know what it.
It's
yeah.
weird that like tonal shifts. It's
It was
just
so
weird.
jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I didn't know what to feel throughout nearly the entire...
That was what I was feeling.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I should be confused or not. That was the thing. I was confused as to whether I should be confused.
I was kind of enjoying it at the start. But
I was enjoying it.
Same.
Like, looking back on it, I'm like, was I enjoying it or was I just surprised by how many people were in this?
Yeah.
I enjoyed this a lot.
Okay.
I just think it was very confused as to...
Right.
I was trying the whole film to figure out what tone I was supposed to be in, and I never found it at any point. But I still enjoyed what things were there. I just thought it was like... There was like, as you said, probably like 3 different movies kind of squished into one, and it was weird.
Yeah. Okay, so you enjoyed it. That's good.
I liked the aliens, I think.
Okay.
Like the design of them?
Yeah, the design and the things they do. It's very, like, obvious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That they're aliens?
They're like aliens and they come and attack.
Yeah,
That's it. They don't have any ulterior motives whatsoever. There's nothing. There's no nuance at all.
I don't know if I'm reading into it or...
Please do.
But there is nuance. So, like, this is not spoilers, but they're trying to communicate with the aliens and they've, like, developed a translation device.
Yes. Yeah.
And the aliens, like, broadcast a message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from that message, what I implied is, like, the translation is not 100% accurate, but what I inferred from that is that the aliens somehow created the human race, and then now they're coming back to kill them because they just want to control the universe.
Yep.
That was like what that I had.
That absolutely fair.
That's
They're like kind of they're just like dicks for no reason.
Yeah.
So it's like a Prometheus situation.
Yes.
Then. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I interpreted that as, and I don't know if I'm reading too much into it or projecting too much.
I think you're pretty much on the money,
because
I also think there was like a thing of they created humans or something like that.
Yeah.
But their motive for coming down and mowing them, it's like they made the non-green ones or something was in there. Yeah. Like, which was obviously us.
Yeah.
But it's like, I got nothing out of that message. It was gobbledygook for me. I couldn't really... I tried, but that's the best explanation I've heard
That's
for
what
it.
I think.
I like
they
that.
just came back because...
Like, their motivations are clear. They want to kill all of humanity, right?
They want to. And they're just kind of trolling and being goofy about it.
They're like, oops, sorry,
exactly.
oh, we didn't mean to do that, and then they just, like, do it again.
Yeah, and then they do it again. Yeah, it's very weird.
And it's like trying to be it's trying to do
it's
like
a comedy.
It's trying to be a comedy. It's trying to be like a black comedy and say something with that, being like, see, like humans, maybe they shouldn't try and like the joke is that they're trying to be peaceful. Like humans are trying to be peaceful. I don't understand what the joke is.
No, I don't get it either.
It's weird. It's
Is
just
it, like,
taking
weird?
a comedy tone because it's like, obviously the president should fire the nukes, but he's not firing the nukes because he's like, we could get peace at all odds. So the joke is that he's being too peaceful.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of what normally is depicted for presidents, right?
And so is the movie being like, actually just attacking people is what we should do? Is that what the movie's meant to say?
I think that's just a joke. I think that's just a joke and there's no meaning behind it. But the problem is the rest of the movie is trying to have some sort of meaning behind it. But that's separate from it trying to be a silly, goofy movie, which is why there's that sort of disconnect of confusion. Because it's like, we're a goofy movie, but we're also trying to send a message, but our message conflicts with the goofiness of the movie, so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like, you can have a goofy movie that says something, and you can have a goofy movie that doesn't say anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that this did neither.
Yeah,
so that's
it
why
tried
it's
to go in the middle, and it's very confusing.
Which, I mean, is classic Tim Burton. It's trying to appeal to everyone, and therefore completely fails, like most of his latest stuff.
Yerp.
Yeah, I think I thought this movie was really disappointing. I was expecting a lot from it, and then I was like, oh, this is all it is. And then it just, like, no spoilers, but it's just Killer Tomatoes at the end. It's just the same
also
thing.
Independence Day.
And it's also Mars Attacks, and it's also fucking...
Which is funny, because Independence Day came out the same year as this.
Yeah.
This came out like a few months after Independence Day, and I don't like Independence Day. I think it's boring.
Yes.
Ooh, you're wrong. You're both wrong. It's great. It's the best movie ever made.
I haven't seen it in ages, so I don't remember it.
I remember being like...
It's one of my favorites.
My dad had it on like VHS, and I was always like, I always want to watch this. I always want to watch this. It looks so cool. And then I watched it when I was like 10 and went, This is boring.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing that happened with me. I think, like, I was at a family friend's house for, like, dinner or something, and then all the kids were just watching it because the adults put on a movie for us. Yeah. And then I think I, like, fell asleep during it, and I must be, like...
That's fair.
I don't know, 7 or 8.
I think it's a bit long, but I think my first impressions was it was like, fucking aliens, woo, let's go.
The aliens were cool.
USA.
The aliens were cool.
I like Independence Day.
I think there's a lot in Mars Attacks that works. I think there's a lot that doesn't. I think the visual effects are pretty good aside from the ones that aren't. I think the acting is, like, everyone's good in this. Aside from the people who are barely in it, like Glenn Close and Michael J. Fox and stuff, they're kind of wasted.
Oh, there's a lot of wasted talent.
Yeah.
There's so much wasted talent in here. There's so many
part
cameos.
of the joke, though.
Yes,
Maybe.
exactly.
It's just, like, getting, like...
Still doesn't make it good.
No, but it's like, oh, we got this A-list celebrity... And they're, spoilers, killed off in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. There's a lot of Sean Beanery going on.
That's true.
Where you've got, like, piles of famous actors and they're all getting killed off while having, like, 2 scenes
I think that's funny, though. I think that did what it was meant to do. When you're like, I should just not care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
And, like, the ones who do stick around suck. And you're like, I hate this guy.
Yeah, but then the payoff for them dying is better.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, it does work. My general thoughts in the movie are it's just not funny enough.
I didn't laugh. There were jokes where I was like, there's, like, a setup for a joke and then the joke just never happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was that my fault for not seeing the joke?
No,
or was it
that's
just
the movie.
Was it there? Is that, like, and then I'm reading into it and I'm like, is this an homage to, like, 1950s, 1940s sci-fi, where it's like, you just half bake a script and just fucking go out on a set and film it in a day.
This whole movie is a reference to half-baked scripts.
And I'm like, okay, but you have the funding. You have Warner Brother funding this.
Yeah.
You have producers, like big producers, celebrities, stacked cast.
Yep. Tim Burton directing it, like, huge.
Yeah. And I'm like, and you're gonna half bake it?
Yeah.
But you're not half baking it. You're half baking it on purpose, which therefore defeats the purpose of half baking it.
Yeah, like, if you're making a half-baked movie, make it on purpose. Again, like Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, Killer Tomatoes was great.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was some scenes where they clearly put effort into it.
There were really funny moments.
When the head alien is reading a nudie magazine.
He's got Playboy and, like, opens it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
And, like, the visual effects for them were great. It's done by ILM, who did Jurassic Park a few years before this. It looks pretty good.
For CGI in the day, I think it looks pretty good.
I'm going to disagree with this because I think originally it was meant to be stop motion.
Oh, that would have been better.
That would have been a lot better, obviously.
That is better in terms of, like, a lot of the effects that they're using are practical. So to have CGI that's just CGI and not practical effects enhanced by CGI, especially in the 90s when CGI was just becoming, like, industry standard.
Yeah.
It's really jarring to be like...
Oh, yeah.
To be like, oh, look at all these cool special effects for, like, people dying and stuff like that, and then it's just a fucking, like, cartoon alien.
You are not incorrect.
And I'm like, but just do stop motion, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Here's the problem. We have seen so much of that, because this whole era
the 90s.
is all these being like, oh, CGI, we can use that instead of practical effects. Let's do that. And shoehorning it into every movie.
Fucking Dread last year,
Yeah, so we've seen... the worst of it.
Yeah.
So this, in comparison, this doesn't look too bad, but it's still shit.
For real.
Yeah.
Back when CGI actually had to try.
Yeah.
And Marvel wasn't just like, can you make the explosions look shitter, please?
Yeah. I think, like, there's a moment in this where we see, like, a practical dead alien, and it looks so good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, like, Tim Burton, he got his start doing stop motion, like, with the Frankenweenie short.
Yeah.
That got him kicked out of Disney or something. I don't know the story behind that. But, like, he's all about stop motion. So I don't know why he chose to go full CG for this.
I have
Probably
no idea.
because of the Yes Men.
Time constraint, maybe.
Time constraints,
constraint.
I think it's just like, hey, Tim Burton, we have this new cool effect thing, and they, show him something. It's like, oh, cool, let's try it out. And then they try it out, and it goes, oh, shit, it doesn't look as great,
Yeah. It's a weird point in his career as well, because, I mean, Beetlejuice is great.
Yeah.
Batman and Batman Returns are great. Ed Wood is great.
Yeah.
Is Edward Scissorhands great, Han? I haven't seen it. I think you have, right?
It's good. like,
good.
I would say that it's good. It's him
not as confused as this film.
it's him finding his style, and it's a very sleepy movie.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to pay attention that much to work out what's going on. And if you want to read into it, you can read into it. But also, it's like got plot beats.
Okay.
So it's like a plot, and that's... I just explained what a movie is. There's a plot.
There is a plot.
There is a plot.
Edward Scissorhands is good.
It's good.
There's obviously problems with
You
it.
say that, but some movies are missing that plot bit. Like, some of them just don't have those.
Like this
They
one.
don't.
Like this movie.
And that's fine. Some movies don't need plot.
It's true.
I feel like this one needed...
Michael Bay took that one to heart.
That's true. I feel like this movie needed at least... Not necessarily a plot, but more jokes. It needed more of a script.
More
not necessarily
substance.
a
I
plot.
think
Yeah,
it needed more
substance.
crossover between the characters. Like,
Yeah, they're all very separate. That's true.
and that's fine.
I thought they were going to mix a bit as well. It's like, the wrestler guy's going to bump into like the president or something.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to save him. And, which kind of happens because his kids saved the president in one state, but there's not enough, as you say.
I agree. And it's like,
why are we focusing on all these random stories? Are they going to converge at one point?
and they just
bring it all-
don't. Yeah,
No,
they
don't.
kind of do when Jack Black joins the army, and then he's like at the scene where the Martians land.
Yeah, there's kind of a weird... They don't come all together at once, but there is like a weird connection between most of them.
Yeah, which like kind of misses the point of the movies it's trying to be a parody of, because at least in those movies they have a satisfying ending. Like monster movies from the 40s, they might be terrible for an hour, but the final 20 minutes are usually great. Yeah. And everything comes together and all the characters are helping to fight together and stuff.
This was just like, and my self-insert is the only good guy.
Oh yeah, the nerd guy.
And he gets to kiss Natalie Portman, who's a child. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah, we'll get to stuff like that in spoilers. But yeah, like, I think this is kind of the drop-off of Tim Burton, is this movie. Because after this, I haven't seen Sleepy Hollow. I think it's probably okay. But Planet of the Apes. That was after that. That one fucking... We did an episode on that.
That had plot in it.
That episode's... the episode's good. That movie sucks.
I think that movie was the greatest movie I've watched on this podcast.
And then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That movie sucks.
That movie is great.
I kind of liked it.
Really?
I like Roald Dahl.
The remake?
I mean, I prefer the original.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It's fun. I don't like parts that they changed. That pissed me off when I was like 10 years old.
Like, this isn't my Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It's meant to be goose, actually, not squirrels.
Yeah. I didn't mind the remake as well. Obviously, as you said, the old one's better.
Yeah.
But the remake isn't too bad either.
I don't remember it.
I haven't seen the latest one, though, with
Timothy
Chalamet.
Yeah, not yet. Haven't seen that yet either.
the gamer.
I don't understand why you need a prequel to Willy Wonka.
Money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Them greedy chocolate cartels.
They literally just flipped
what's his
through
name?
the album of like movie franchises that they haven't added on to in a while, and they're like, this one was popular. Quick, let's make up some bullshit for this.
Exactly.
That'll earn us some money.
If the director of Paddington 1 and 2 doesn't do Paddington 3 because he was too busy making Wonka, I'm gonna riot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very true.
So I'm like, I think Tim Burton, this kind of being a bit of a fall off for him is a big part of why this movie doesn't work as well. The script is by a guy called Jonathan Gems, who also wrote the 1984 movie. Which with John Hurt, which I don't like.
There's been so many adaptations.
It's like the adaptation that came out in 1984.
And I remember it being like, from what I haven't seen it personally, but I remember people being like, this is bad.
Yeah, it's not a very good adaptation.
There you go.
But he also wrote an unproduced sequel for Beetlejuice called Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
I want to watch that. I'd love to see Michael Keaton like just hanging out in a tropical setting.
I'm sure most of the actors like doing that. That's what Adam Sandler does. He just makes his movie and it's like, actually it's based in Fiji.
Yeah.
Actually, it's based in the Bahamas. At a 5-star resort.
Yeah.
That's where the movie's
Take
based.
the whole
actually.
cast and crew with
Actually, it's based on a cruise.
based on a
very
cruise.
expensive cruise.
Why? Who do I want to be the cast? All my friends and family.
Yes. Also, give me a hot wife.
Yes.
I mean,
Who's also my friend.
Adam Sandler's wife is hot though.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He has a hot wife. Funny guys get it.
I mean, yeah, like he's very funny
Absolutely.
when he's not making movies. Anyway,
But bumch.
I reckon we can probably jump into spoilers for this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should mention this is based off. It's not based off a comic. It's not based off a short story. It's not based off a novel. This is based off trading cards.
Oh.
Like Pokemon cards?
Like Topps trading cards. Yeah, kind of like Pokemon cards. Kind of like the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
I was
sort of
going to
vibe.
say that.
Baseball cards.
Yeah, baseball cards, but for like Martians.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I think that adds to the like 1950s kind of sci-fi
I could
vibes.
see this was going off a bit of nostalgia for like, this card game. It had some alien cards and other things. Just like, oh, okay, we got to make a plot for this. It's like, why are they,
Yeah, it seems like the original plan was because the cards were Mars attacks and dinosaurs attacks. And they were going to make them both, but then
Jurassic Park.
But then Jurassic Park came out, so they were like, we'll just make Mars attacks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Apparently, Tim Burton and Jonathan Gems, they watched The Towering Inferno for inspiration, and then they wrote the script in a week after watching that movie.
That makes sense.
Yep.
They did a Fear and Loathing Las Vegas.
Woof.
So anyway, Zach, what are you going to rate this? This is an oldie or a goodie from you?
This is a tricky one. Because I still, to this day, will never know the tone of this film.
That's true.
But
no matter how many times you rewatch it,
I do. I just couldn't find it. I was looking for it the whole time, and I'm just like, "Where's the tone?
Yeah.
Where's it gone?
What is this movie meant to be? What am I meant to feel?
Who am I to watch this film? I don't know. This film really alienated me.
Oh,
boo.
Nice. That was good.
No.
That was great.
Stupid.
That's a pun.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Oldie but a goodie. Guns to your head.
I know.
Nanobots to your head.
I know. I'm just like...
it's a hard one because it's right on the line.
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
It's so on the line because there's so many actors I love and adore.
Everyone's good in this movie.
I liked all the like goofy stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
I liked the
like there were parts where I laughed.
It's a movie of like moments
Yes.
that are really good.
Yes.
You know what? Only because I'm struggling right now, I'm going to give it an oldie because I don't like that I have to struggle.
Exactly. If you're struggling, then
I don't want to work to be able to like this film.
That's
just
fair.
make me like this film. Fuck you, this film. I had great hopes for this film
real.
going in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's loads of references online. Everybody loves this. Look at this star cast, and then the whole thing. I was just confused. I'm like, fuck you. Just be better. Just better.
The movie should have just been better.
Me when movie make me confused. Grrr.
Absolutely. I'm getting more mad talking about it. So now it's an oldie.
All right.
It's even worse because like it's fine when a movie is like very ambiguous or like kind of
artsy.
Yeah.
Like artsy,
and you're like, okay, that's
but it's a
fine
deliberate
to think about.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this it's like, no, be a goofy movie. Don't make me think about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop trying so hard. Who are you trying to impress?
Yeah.
Because it's not working.
Don't have half-baked themes where I have to think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
I have fully baked
like-
themes where I have to think about it.
if you compared like Asteroid City by Wes Anderson
Yeah.
to this, it's just like that is just themes. There's no plot.
Yeah.
It's just people in the desert 1950s sci-fi.
Making jokes.
Making
but I
jokes.
think that movie is different because that movie, one, is genuinely funny.
Yeah.
And also, it's Wes Anderson, so you don't expect a plot, whereas I think we were expecting at least something with this movie.
I mean, but there is something. There's a skeleton of a plot. Aliens invade. They have to try and fix it.
Yeah. And it's just, the general problem for me is, like, I just couldn't find the tone that this was going for because it just didn't have a clear, concise thing.
Yeah.
And again, an oldie doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It's
True.
just like, this is aged poorly. And I think it has. It really is just like, there are better movies out there.
Yeah.
I
Like
agree.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, I just watched that. It's this, but better.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's an oldie from you.
It's an oldie from me.
How about you, Han,
Yeah.
our special guest?
Oldie from me.
An
too.
oldie from you.
Whoa, you were so positive about it earlier, though.
This sucked. Made me
That's fair.
think.
Yeah, thinking's cringe.
I want to be spoon-fed information, please.
Yes.
I don't want to have to think. I have to think in my real life. if I'm consuming media, I don't want to have to.
You really want those American films where they like explain
Tell me who's
the plot.
good or and bad,
It's like
and
where
no
they spend
ambiguity.
5 minutes. Yeah, where they spend 5 minutes in the film just directly talking to the audience about what the plot is.
Well, I think
Media literacy is dead. I love it.
That's true. I think like ambiguity in a movie is good if the movie's good enough to be ambiguous. If the movie's just like a dumb action movie and then is also like, but what are the morals? It's ambiguous. I'm like, I came here for a fun time.
Yeah.
It's like if a Godzilla movie was artsy and like was like, but who's the real Godzilla?
Like my favorite one.
It would be like, I don't want this. I just wanted a big monster to wreck a city.
That's true.
Anyway, I'm giving it an
But
oldie as well.
humans are also bad, Sandra. Have you heard of that?
Wait, what?
But
The monsters are bad, but also the humans are bad.
But also a plot point in this is like environmentalism.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like
it was so funny when it did that.
This again
for like
confuses
2
me
seconds.
because environmentalism is inherently about class and is about class struggle because rich people don't give a fuck about the environment. We know that.
Yeah.
But the rich character is the only one that cares about the environment. So I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
And scared.
Scared?
Who's the bad guy? Are humans the bad guy? Are aliens the bad guys?
Aliens
but
are pretty
the humans
clearly the bad
guy
guys.
because we're half alien? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Or is it just a movie about aliens attacking? Or I don't know.
Is it?
It's
I
dumb.
don't know. It's an oldie.
Video games are good because you shoot the aliens.
That was pretty funny. I like
That was pretty funny.
That is 3 oldies.
4 oldies.
No, an extra
oldies.
older on
who's-
top. Fuck them.
Who's the 4th?
I don't know.
All right.
It's the nanobite cloud
Nanoclouds.
telling me to build weaponry or some shit,
Yeah.
you know?
All right.
Oh, it's the Martian's body.
Yeah,
encoded.
the dead Martian down there.
yeah, my
R.I.P.
It's like you like Star Trekked me out of that body.
Absolutely.
You destroyed all the atoms and then rebuilt me. It's like I went through
true.
a fucking transporter.
Are you the same Sandra?
No,
or
I'm
are you
not.
a clone of the Sandra and the old one is
Now
dead?
we're getting into prestige territory.
Yeah.
The Prestige.
So far, this conversation has had more plot and coherency than the fucking movie.
All right, let's do some taglines.
Let's rock it into them.
I hate these taglines, but here we do.
Rock 'em, man.
Taglines. Friday, December 13th. That's spelled F-R-Y day.
Oh, Friday, because they're frying people.
They
Frying
didn't
people.
fry, they vaporized them. Boo! Next.
Yeah, well, they had bones. They were kind of fried.
So they had no meat on them. Therefore,
Well,
not fried, just
yeah,
vaporized.
The bones are fried.
No, they weren't. They were like just spray painted.
They were spray painted
Spray
green.
painted green or red.
Look, I like
Christmas.
my alien food. How I like my chicken, glowing green, just green.
Radioactive.
I just had a great idea for like a movie like this where we see aliens attack with like ray guns. They shoot people, they light up a bright color, and then they're replaced with like obviously
Fried chicken.
spray painted like Halloween bones and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like Halloween decorations.
That's what this was.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but the punchline for that bit is the people aren't getting killed.
They're getting turned
They're
into
getting
Halloween
teleported
Yeah.
to a spaceship, and then in their place is being teleported sprayed bones. And then the ending is like nobody dies, they're all alive on the spaceship.
Yep.
And they were filming a movie.
Yeah. And
the
it's
aliens were just testing us the whole
filming
time.
a movie.
the aliens were just doing a test and everyone up on the spaceship's having a big party or something.
Yeah.
That's a great Doctor Who episode.
Yeah,
Ending.
no. That's already a better plot than this movie, but you could have aliens that came down to just test humanity to see if they're ready, to
Yeah.
see if we would do essentially what happens in this movie where we
Like
keep
trying
keep
trying
to
to be
do
peaceful.
peace. Yeah,
And it's a test.
The
and then-
indomitable human spirit.
That's a
Yeah.
great movie idea.
That's already a way better ending than this movie.
And then the ending is like they nuke the aliens and therefore wipe out half of America, and then the aliens are like, you gotta come check out this spaceship. And it's like the ending of like Planet of the Apes where the guy's like, you bastards!
Yeah.
I can't believe you made us wipe out the whole Earth and the people were just having a party on a spaceship.
And then they're like, you did it to yourselves,
Yeah.
dum-dums.
I want to watch that movie. Anyway, next tagline. Nice planet. We'll take it.
I kind of like this one. It's kinda
I like that
sassy.
one. Yeah. The other one sucked ass. I gave the previous one a big thumbs down, but this one I give a thumbs up.
I give a thumbs up to this one.
I use a line like that quite often, so it's pretty good.
Thumbs up and a wink.
A thumbs up and a wink. I'm gonna
wink?
take that little planet of yours.
Hey.
Wink, wink.
Yikes! They've landed.
No, thumbs down. They didn't land until like halfway through the movie.
I thought you were
Factually incorrect.
I thought you were yikesing the prompt like it's yikes. This
One's bad. No, it was actually yikes.
Thumbs down. That's terrible.
me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I also just very quickly, before we get into full
Yikes.
spoilers,
Yikes.
Before we get into full spoilers, I want to talk about the poster because the poster only has 5 actors listed.
Yep.
And I want to go through these 5 actors who get top billing.
Yes.
Yep.
Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
Makes
Yes.
sense. He's the
Makes
main
sense.
character.
He is.
He's 2 main characters.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which was a bit
Weird.
that never paid out. And I was like, what is the joke? What is the joke?
Joke is they couldn't afford more.
This kept me up
A-list
at
actors.
night. I was
Yeah.
just thinking. I was like lying in bed. I was like, why?
I think it's because they couldn't get Michael Keaton to play one of them, so they just made Jack Nicholson play
Yeah,
both.
it makes sense.
That's fair.
In that way.
Yeah.
But it's also like they didn't care because it's like, oh, it's a comedy movie, whatever. But also
Was
like
it the-
maybe there was
but
some parallels
Is it the
between
joke
him and-
that
know.
like B movies can't afford actors, so they just reuse them as different?
Once again,
characters?
you're giving this
Maybe?
movie so
exactly.
much credit.
I'm putting too much on it.
Yeah, that's the problem. What I've done is I've just given it 0 credit, and it's way better
Yeah, for sure.
because they made the script in a week.
The second top billed actor is Glenn Close. She plays the president's wife. She's barely in it.
Yeah, she doesn't
But
do
she's
as
a big-
much.
she's a
but
big
She's
name.
funny.
Yeah.
She's funny, and I
She's
like
good.
funny.
I like the scene where she's like redecorating the White House.
like that.
was
Yeah,
very
that was
funny.
good.
That was good.
I'm like Natalie Portman. I would put her above Glenn Close, but also I guess Natalie Portman wasn't huge yet. It's before
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, she's still a baby.
Yeah. Third highest credited is Annette Bening, who played the girlfriend to Jack Nicholson's other character.
Oh, so the rich new age lady,
Yeah, I think so.
The one that was the hippie,
the
but
cultural appropriation. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, the hippie, but also the hippie was super filthy rich.
Yeah.
So their moral standing point was way weaker than it should have been.
Grimes
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, Grimes. Just Grimes. The fourth highest ranked is Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah,
He's in it a lot.
he's in it a lot.
So
He's in
that's
it a
fair
lot.
enough.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I'd credit him.
And then, I would put him and Jack Nicholson and maybe Glenn Close up. Annette Bening's barely in it.
She has a lot of lines.
I guess. But then Danny DeVito is the 5th highest.
He's literally in two scenes.
2 scenes. You could take him out of this movie and nothing would have changed at all.
He's
in
like
this
a
movie.
cameo.
Yeah.
He is a glorified cameo.
Like, Martin Short's in it more than him.
Absolutely.
Tom Jones is in it more than him.
Absolutely.
Spoilers. Was it because he worked on Batman? Like,
Yes. Because he was pretty famous at the time.
He was pretty famous. This is like...
and
he's
Tom
getting
Jones
into his
wasn't?
stride. Yeah.
I guess that was more of a secret because he is actually a cameo.
More of a cameo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find the poster, the 5 people on the poster, really confusing. I don't understand why it's those 5.
They probably just picked the most popular names that were in their film because they have so many A-list actors, right?
Yeah.
They could just
Yeah,
pick the
I would
ones
say, like-
that were the most popular at the
Like
time.
Michael J. Fox would have been.
Michael J.
Yeah.
Fox?
It
Like,
is so weird
he
that
was in
he's
that.
not on the poster.
Sarah Jessica
Sure.
Parker was in it more too.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Sex and the City. It's so
The
weird.
fact that he isn't Michael J. Fox, I definitely think that's a miss on the poster,
For sure. Anyway.
Because when I saw him, I was like, oh, and then I saw him later on. I was like, oh, he's also a cameo in this film, I guess.
For real.
Yeah. Anyway,
There's a lot of Sean Beaning going on.
true. Oh, another quick fun fact about the movie: the voice for the Martian translator device is the guy who does Ghostface, which is why Han's here because that's the horror connection. To your,
there you go.
To your brand.
What's your favorite scary movie? Not this one, because it's bad.
I was going to choose this one. Damn it. Because I was scared of myself having an existential crisis watching it, you know?
All right, let's get into this.
I started hearing voices because of this movie, you know?
That's true.
It's damaged me.
This is another disembodied. Why was I doing what chills? Number 15.
Number 15.
Oh, I have Chill's voice is one of my voices that I hear, you know?
That makes sense.
Number 15.
Number 15.
You should build a bigger laser gun to teleport people. It is part of the plot for later on in the episode.
Grandma being kooky.
Oh, Grandma was great.
I love Grandma. She was my favorite character,
Grandma-
probably.
Yeah, because her plot was very concise and clear. Like, she was an old kooky lady.
She was an old kooky lady. She was saying stuff that didn't make sense.
Yes.
But it did make sense.
Yeah, it made sense that she didn't make sense because she's a kooky old lady.
No. Like, everything she said,
Yeah.
like, came true.
Yeah.
That's true.
She was like, I want to see Richie, Muffy, and Slim. And then Richie's driving her home, and he's like, I'm Richie. And she's like, okay. And then Muffy's her cat.
Yeah.
And then Slim is the music.
Slim Dusty or whatever the song.
Slim Jam? Slim,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway,
something.
Grandma bass.
Yeah, she was great.
For sure.
She was awesome. I liked when she laughed when people were dying.
Yeah.
They were sick. They
They
exploded.
attacked at the White House.
Yeah.
She's like,
I would
fuck
laugh.
the government, Grandma.
For real,
Hell
they put her in a fucking home.
Yeah. For real.
She's
I would
like
laugh.
down with the government. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Grandma. Go get him.
Howdy there, Selly McSeller here, back with another ad. Do you like your procedural cop movies the way I like mine? Fueled by mountains of cocaine and Nicolas Cage? Well, if you do, then the boys have reviewed a movie this week on patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod. That's exactly that. It's Nick Cage as a bad lieutenant in Bad Lieutenant, and here's a clip about how bad he is. But Zach, you haven't answered the question. Did you enjoy this port of call New Orleans?
I don't fucking know. Did I enjoy this film? Did I?
Did you have a fun time?
I was... yes. You know what? I did enjoy this film. I did have fun.
This movie makes you feel high, right? Like, you don't really remember what happened.
Yeah, you are, absolutely. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was also a bit long. Only because I was tired and confused for a lot of it.
That's pretty fair. And Zach, you know what? I can't agree or disagree because I watched this across 2 days. So
Yeah, see, there you go.
Not because it was too long, because I was tired.
I might have been less confused if I had gone to sleep before watching this.
Maybe. Don't watch this in the morning. Your whole day would be weird if you watched this movie in the morning.
I would have to keep care of a dog. I would have to smoothie up to some gang members.
Yeah.
Like, the whole day would be a hassle.
Oh, yeehaw! That sure does sound like a great bonus episode, and you can get it right now as a part of the Cage-orama. So much Nicolas Cage at patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod. You can also get ad-free episodes like the episode you're listening to right now, but without me jumping in the middle of it, annoying you. How great is that? Patreon.com, where the only lines they're doing are content lines. Yeehaw!
It's a plot of
Spoilers.
the movie. That opens with a Warner Brothers logo and there's a UFO.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I saw that.
I like
That was
that.
cute. That was cute.
was
I
good
was
fun.
like, hey, nice.
I like that.
when they do a little goofy thing with the logo at the start.
I like
you
the
know?
Looney Tunes ones. They're funny.
Yeah.
Like, the one I can remember most recently is the Liberty Girl in Men in Black. She beats the crap out of some aliens, and then
what was that the new
was
one?
that-
I think that was. I can't remember if that was in the
Sony?
new one.
Columbia, right?
Yeah, the Columbia. Yeah.
Yeah.
She fights off some aliens and then puts on some glasses and uses the torches like a flash. You know, the
Oh,
memory
yeah.
wipe thing.
Neuralizer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Neuralizer.
yeah.
There you go.
That's fun. I like how
yeah.
they play around with that.
It's goofy.
opening.
It's fun. Have a little bit of fun. It feels
Yeah.
less corporate that way. You know?
Exactly.
No, it feels more corporate because corporations shouldn't try and be your friends because they just want your money.
But they are my friends. They take my money only out
they
of
love
kind.
me.
Yeah. Don't say that.
I love my Marvel.
Yeah,
They just
Marvel.
care about me on a personal level and
Yes.
they make movies for me. That's why I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet.
Because you're only watching ones with terrible CGI in them.
That's why
Like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
haven't seen so much Marvel stuff. I need to catch up, but I also don't care.
If I was, hypothetically, if I was to torture someone, hypothetically.
in Minecraft.
In a hypothetical situation.
In Roblox.
Yeah.
If I was to torture someone, I would just put on Marvel movies on a loop. Just Clockwork Orange open their eyes.
Not even in like the order of release, just like a randomized Marvel.
I'd just like, I'd put it on shuffle.
I'd like insert the bad ones in an extra time as well, and like make him watch the first Hulk at least 3 times. Get those Hulk.
Eric Banner alone. Wait, Eric Banner or Ed Norton? Which one is the first Hulk?
They're both as bad as each other.
Can we stop talking
That's
about
Eric
this?
Banner. I hate that movie.
Anyway.
The first scene of the movie is a scene that we almost did not get because Warner Brothers was so against it being in the movie. I don't know if it's because of money or because of the joke. I don't know.
What's the first scene? I don't even remember.
The cows on fire running around.
It's a lot of CGI.
Oh, yeah. First of all, immediate racism. Immediate. Straight off the bat.
Straight in. I was like, oh, that's a rough start. I sure hope this doesn't dictate the rest of the movie.
Yeah. It was a rough joke. Because,
there's like a...
But is the joke that, like, people who are uneducated are racist because they're uneducated? Is that the joke, or am I just putting too much into this?
You are definitely putting too much into
Tim
this.
Tim Burton is racist,
I know.
though. So.
I know.
Yeah, he's just...
No, excuse me, he puts Jenna Ortega in stuff now, so
I guess
not
he's not racist anymore.
He's no longer racist. Yeah, he's defeated racism.
Louise Guzman, he put in Wednesday as well. There you go.
Boom.
2 actors of color.
All right.
Done. No, I
he was
completely
barely
agree.
involved in Wednesday.
100%, I completely agree.
Oh,
so I'm like, is this just him being racist, or is the joke that
I think the
bad
joke
movies
is
are racist?
No,
There's too many. I don't get it.
The thing is, I think it's all of them.
Exactly.
That's
so
the problem.
It's none of them, but it's all of them.
Yeah.
And this made me short circuit.
Yeah, for sure. Short Circuit's a good movie.
It has been 2 seconds in the film, but you're already short-circuiting because a racist farmer is like, hi, Asian person. And it's like, are you cooking an Asian meal? And
for Filipino New Year's.
Yeah, which is like,
dear me. And then all the cows on fire run past.
all the cows are on fire, so it's like, haha, they were actually smelling the cows on fire, which makes no fucking sense.
That would smell... That wouldn't smell like a barbecue, because have you ever smelt leather tanning? Disgusting.
Yeah,
smells disgusting.
Have you ever smelled cows in general?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
stinky boys.
So stinky. I guess it's like that's a good joke though. The cows, because like Twister came out around this time.
Right.
Yeah,
Independence Day.
Look, it's one of the better jokes in this film. The cows on fire smell like barbecue.
Think it's funny. Why did the aliens do that?
Because they're little trolls.
But
they came to hurt the humans, so why are they hurting the cows?
Because they're dicks. It is shown throughout. They also kidnap people and like swap their heads around for a joke.
That's fine.
Because they're
humans
dicks.
Suck,
aliens.
So that's fine.
Yeah, but they also torture a chihuahua in that way. I feel bad for the chihuahua though.
Yeah,
the chihuahua didn't deserve that.
Chihuahua did nothing wrong.
I'm just saying the aliens are consistently dicks for no reason, so it checks out canonically. I think they would just fuck with these cows for no fucking reason.
For sure. The president is Jack Nicholson. His second in command is Martin Short, I guess.
He's the press
secretary.
I don't know how American politics work, but he's like...
It's been a while since
he writes all his like speeches and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like,
he's the press guy. He's in charge of doing the press stuff.
State secretary or press secretary or something.
Yeah. He does.
He's like the person that speaks to the press.
That's right. We do see him do that in one scene, and they're always having sex scandals. So I guess that's the joke.
Yep.
The whole joke is Martin Short loves them sex workers.
He has
riz. He does. It was really weird seeing Martin Short in a role like that because he's usually not. Well, yeah, he usually plays the good guy, but he also is usually the nerd, and so it was interesting seeing him.
He was like so slimy in this. It was great.
He was good. He was good.
He was like propositioning sex workers, or like just women he assumed were sex workers.
Yeah. Or aliens that were sex workers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was great because you know it like. The best bit about this was he's done this before, where he's like gotten a sex worker and brought them into the White House to bang them in the room. Yeah.
We'll get to that scene, but and then also Pierce Brosnan is he's the scientist.
He is the professor of alien biology or some shit.
It's like astronautics. Yeah, because the lady who
Sarah
interviews
Jessica Parker, who has a fashion TV show.
Yeah. Who's interviewing him also like struggles to pronounce the astronautics or whatever.
I was like, when I heard him speak for the first time, it sounded like he was using his real accent. So I was like, yeah. And then he went back to an English accent. I was like, oh,
he did, didn't he?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we go. Oh! I've only ever seen Pierce Brosnan use his actual voice once in a really bad movie. And then all the time I'm like, use your real accent. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like hearing David Tennant not do an English accent.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was going to bring that up. Yeah,
Exactly.
I listened to the audiobooks for How to Train Your Dragon, the original books, and he voices them with his thick Irish
Scottish accent.
Scottish, that's it, accent. And so, but I never knew that was the same person because, of course, he does it really well at Doctor Who to just hide it.
Yeah.
So I never knew that until, like, later on looking back, I'm like, holy shit, he voiced those?
That was David Tennant?
Yeah, I think I heard him on Top Gear with his normal voice, and I went, what?
Classic.
Yeah, it was great.
I like Pierce Brosnan in this. He's quite charming. He's barely in it, but he's pretty charming for what he is.
He's like nerdy charming. Do you know what I mean? He's like aloof charming.
Yeah. He's my favorite Bond in that he's my favorite actor to play Bond. His movies are not great.
Yeah.
But out of all of the people to play Bond, I think he suits Bond the most.
He's the least likely to beat his wife.
Exactly. The soundtrack of this movie is by Danny Elfman. It's really good. I want to mention that.
Me, as soon as I hear or see Danny Elfman is involved in a movie, I'm like, this soundtrack about to slap.
The soundtrack's good.
And I know that the plot's going to be bad and the soundtrack's going to carry.
Yeah, everyone's like, aliens are coming, press is going off.
Yeah, they're like... And of course, the scientist guy's like, they're an advanced race, so obviously they come in peace because they've moved on from petty violence, you know. They really should be afraid of us and our violent things, which is like a tone that it tries to take in this film, but it fails, as we've previously talked about it.
What's the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get the joke. It's
Well,
making me upset. I don't get it.
Well, I think the joke is that he's just wrong, that
guess.
he's just incorrect, and he's presuming they're very advanced, but they're not. They're just assholes. And, like, they're an alien species, so it could make sense that they just don't think the way we do, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll just vaporize you. We don't care.
Yeah.
They don't see humans as
People.
people,
Well, they
as beings.
call humans half-breeds.
Do
Yeah.
they?
Like in the transmission or
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
Well, what I assumed that they are referencing humans as half-breeds.
Okay.
The thing is, we just get nothing out of the alien. Like, we never get any clear message from the aliens at all in this entire film. They do, like, a weird, like, circle gesture to mean something.
The donuts.
Never explained.
Okay, I don't know that, but that theme is a theme of a circle is consistent throughout
Yeah.
the movie. Like,
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox is wearing a tie that has circles on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also Richie works in a donut shop, and it's the big
The
circle.
donut.
Yeah,
Like,
they make
and
a
then
joke.
people are eating donuts, and I'm like, what's the joke?
Yeah, there's some weird connection thing.
What's the puzzle piece that's not?
Is there a
there?
director's cut of this film?
It seems like everything that they wanted to do in the movie they got to do. Like the movie went 20 million over budget because they wanted to put stuff in it. So
Fucking hell.
What?
I don't know. Maybe it's just references to stuff we haven't seen. I don't know.
References to a circle? I've seen a circle before.
I'm like,
I'm not impressed
References to
I don't
like
get
When
it.
I was 3, circles were pretty hype. But
true.
nowadays, circles have kind of lost their luster for me.
I'm more a diamond window kind of gal. That's for all the play school
the play
baddies
school.
out there.
Yeah.
So we got the president and Pierce Brosnan and Sarah Jessica Parker interviews them. They were like, we're going getting ready for the aliens. They send a video feed over that they quickly translate.
Yeah.
Of the aliens being like, meet us here. We come in peace. We're going to hang out with you. We're going to be cool.
Yeah.
We get Jack Black. He's putting the gun together.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to.
He's definitely
he's
in like the
volunteering.
15 minutes of this film.
Yeah.
He's volunteering
Yeah.
to
We
fight
see
them
him.
aliens.
We see him in
Sorry.
like a very no. That was accurate.
That's pretty much what
pretty-
it's like.
Yeah, it's
It's like,
correct.
Mom, I'm gonna go kill them aliens.
You're honestly exactly the same because
Yeah.
they're in like a hillbilly.
They're
Like,
in a trailer
caravan,
park. Like
yeah.
they're really a trailer park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's the big brother of this other kid.
Richie, who is the self-insert.
Yes. And so he goes off. That's it. Yeah. he's got a
Christina
family.
Applegate's in it as his girlfriend.
His girlfriend. She doesn't even. She gets like maybe one line.
She screams. That's it.
Yeah.
I think
Or
we
says
see
bye.
her later on banging someone else,
Yeah.
like for one scene, like a millisecond, and I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
she moved on quickly.
It's
I think that was the joke. Is she's
Yeah.
meant to be like the slut of the trailer park.
Yeah. I thought she was going to try and bang his brother.
That's what I
immediately.
thought.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's interesting because the Jack Black thing is like, this is not a cameo. He just happened to get famous later. Because
Yeah.
this is 2 years
Well, that-
after he was in Neverending Story 3.
Exactly.
So, like,
right.
early,
Ew.
no one knows who he is, no one cares. Sort of,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think Tenacious D had maybe one hit at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's interesting because sometimes that happens in films like these where
Yeah.
you see like an A-list actor, but before they got really famous,
Yeah.
and you just see them in places.
He didn't
But,
really. I think he didn't really get proper acting until like The Holiday. I would say.
Holiday?
Yeah, so like 2004, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was in, we did a bunch of Jack Black movies in 2001. That's like when he was doing rom-coms and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Shallow Hal. What was the one we watched with him in it? There was one that we made Jacob watch. I can't remember what
There
it
was
called.
one where he saw a fat lady.
That's
as
Shallow
the-
Hal.
Is that
Yeah,
Shallow
with
Hal? That's
Gwyneth
the only
Paltrow.
one I can remember.
Yeah.
That was
Anyway.
awful.
So he's there. He's going to go off to war. Pam Grier is there. Her husband is...
No, ex-husband.
Her ex-husband is
Thank you.
a main character. He's a wrestler or something.
He is a retired boxer.
Yeah, it's vital. And now he works as a casino
He
as just a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just window dressing in this fucking casino.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Nuns love him though.
That's true.
Nuns are all over him. They're like, ooh.
Yeah, we get a scene like in the casino, and he's like taking a photo with these nuns, and they're like telling him how much they bet on him, like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his
yeah.
old fights.
Yeah,
and I'm
like
like,
These
years ago.
nuns like, that was silly.
So silly.
That was fun.
So he's a big plot point. He's pretty important considering that he's not a super popular actor. It was cool that he was...
Yeah.
he's like a football player, isn't he?
Ah, okay.
I think
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Brown.
He was pretty good in this. I actually liked his like little story of like he's just trying to get over to his family, his kids.
Yeah,
you know?
like and
But then
there's
he's gonna box up some fucking aliens.
there's
you
like
know?
the illusion that Pam Grier, his ex-wife, like they want to get back together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still love each other and they want to be together. So
Yeah.
why are they divorced then if they love each other? Maybe he had to work on himself. I don't know.
think- I
But I'm
think-
putting too much onto it again.
No,
and I picked the mic.
no. I think this is the most clear story we get in this is their little story, right? I think she didn't like his fighting career.
Boxing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
That could make
Because
sense.
there's an implied thing there. Because that's why he doesn't want to go beat up something for this rich dude. Is because he's trying to get his life back together. He's given up all the fighting
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what he's tried to do, whereas clearly that was what he was known for back in the day. You
Yeah.
know, that was his big thing. But his wife doesn't like the fighting,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't give it up, so they split. But now
Right.
he's like, actually, I want to get back together. So he gives up the fighting, but then he's like, come back and fight. And then he's like, nah, yeah. And then aliens attack, and so he's like, all right, time to
right.
beat the crap out of some aliens.
I gotta get to Washington.
Gotta do
Yeah.
that. And yeah, his thing is, I divorced dad. I gotta get to
that's
my
the
kids.
only
I gotta find my
story
kids.
where I'm confident I got the full arc of
That's
that
fair.
story.
Yeah, and like I usually hate that plot where it's like I'm the dad. I gotta go to the kids. The disasters
I
happening.
don't.
Gotta get the
I think
kids.
that's a great story.
I don't like it because why weren't you there for your kids before an emergency situation happened?
That's pretty fair.
Because he was getting there.
I know,
He was
like
going,
this is
you
different
know.
because he
Yeah.
was literally going to visit in a couple of
Yeah.
days. But that trope of
Yeah,
like
the trope. Yeah.
The trope is a bad trope.
now
War
that
of the
something-
Worlds
Now
kind
that
of
something bad's happening,
Yeah.
now I care about my
Exactly.
kids. Whereas before I was like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a fun fact for you. Their kids, they've got 2 kids. They go to arcades and like shoot aliens and stuff. One of the kids is...
I get it because there's actual aliens attacking and it's
That's
an
right.
arcade where they were shooting.
That's the joke. And then they
yeah.
actually do
That's a
shoot
really-
the aliens, which
It's a really
is very
subtle
funny.
joke.
Yeah.
It's so subtle.
Video games are desensitizing kids to violence.
Actually, these kids are better than the fucking government agents in the White House because
Actually.
they
True.
play arcades.
That's true.
That's how it works.
That's how
Fine
it
motor
works.
skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the kids is actually Ray J,
Whoa!
who, I mean, he's done a bunch of stuff, but the most famous thing he did was Kim Kardashian on tape on the
Yep.
internet.
Yep.
He's in this.
He's a bad
Wow.
guy, actually.
He sucks. And I was like, wait, he's in this as a kid.
Oof.
And I was like, whoa. That
Yeah.
guy sucks.
Funny
Anyway.
he's called Ray J because he picks up a ray gun.
Oh,
that is
true. So again, like another one, just a random actors
Person
in
before
this.
they got famous.
Yeah,
Yep.
which is very funny. So the aliens land. The U.S. ambassador, who's very excited to meet them,
He is.
shows up.
Oh yeah, it's funny because he like calls up
His,
before
like,
this
wife
happens.
or, like, partners on the
Which,
phone.
of course, I immediately knew. Oh, this guy's gonna die.
No, exactly.
yeah.
Everyone
It
gives
was-
such big death flags in this, so
Yeah,
you don't care
it's-
about anyone. It's
No,
great.
it is very silly. I kind of liked it though.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like, oh, wifey, I knew that doing nothing and never speaking up would get me somewhere.
Staying in my place and never speaking up,
Yeah.
things were bound to happen or something.
Which is actually a banger line. I
Yeah.
love that. I thought that was very funny.
It's very funny.
And then he greets the aliens and he does a pretty good job.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does a good job.
The translator doesn't work, and
Yeah.
it's like an awkward scene where
Yeah.
they're just like waiting for the translator
Yeah.
to like come online.
That was
Yeah.
funny. I was enjoying the movie
Yeah.
at this stage. I think I
agree.
liked all of the scene. And then, they declare peace. Everything's cool.
And then there's like
A
in
hippie dude.
in the crowd there's like a hippie and he's holding like a dove and he's like, they came in peace, and he like throws the
he
dove up.
leaves the
But,
dove.
but it's just like ringing out is the translation is like, we come in peace, we come in peace.
As this
And then-
dove, like,
Yeah.
slow motion
Yeah.
flies through the
funny.
air.
It's really
just
funny.
like
It's really
one guy
good.
in the crowd, he's like, they came in peace. And I
Definitely the
lost it at
best.
that.
It was very
It's
funny.
definitely the best scene in this film. Because, then the bird flies over. And aliens do not like birds. Probably because they come from Mars and live underground. They're not used to flying
not
things.
used to flying
I
things.
guess.
So they
So-
shoot the dove.
They shoot the
They shoot
dove,
the dove,
and then
and
they
there's-
start shooting everyone.
There's like a pause where everyone's like, huh? And they start shooting
pretty fire.
everyone.
Which,
Bye-bye, Jack Black.
yeah, Jack
Bye,
Black
old
dies.
Michael J.
by
Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
I think out of all of the action scenes, I like this one the most
This one's
because
the
it.
funnest. I
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like kind of doing like a parody of like war movies where they're like
Yeah.
slow mo running through the
Oh
carnage.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like we see Jack Black and he like is just running just the whole time.
Yeah.
and like bombs are like people are dying next to him, and he's
he
just
does-
like
and
he's
he has
running.
this action to hero moment where he like grabs a gun and he's like,
Yeah.
die, you stupid and then click and the gun fails and
Yeah.
it's like, ah, shit. Like, this is the most clear, like, bit of the film
Yes.
where
Yeah.
it feels like they managed to achieve what they were going after,
Yes.
which is like funny, goofy parody, but also like scene.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best scene in the film, I would say.
I liked it, and I liked the alien guns. They looked like Nerf guns.
Yeah.
They
That
do.
was funny.
Yeah, it was
the
funny.
visual was funny.
They look like water guns.
Yeah, water guns.
They
More than
do.
Nerf guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But then after this, it kind of falls apart because they
Yeah,
just
it
do
does.
this joke 3 times, and it's
Exactly.
not funny.
Like they go like, oh, maybe it was a misunderstanding, and it's like, okay, sure, we're just gonna do the same thing over where the
Yeah, and then
aliens
they're
keep
like-
coming
they're
down
like-
and keep shooting people.
I think that it's funny because they're like, well, we'd like to address Congress then and to like apologize.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
obviously they like kill all of Congress.
Yeah.
But there's like a part where Jack Nicholson and Martin Short are talking, and Jack Nicholson's like, wait, but I'm the president. Why aren't I in Congress? And then they like make up some random plot point about
That's
how
not
politics.
a random plot point.
Is that
That's
true?
a thing in real life.
Is
Yes.
that true?
Really?
Yes, they will never. And this is an American thing.
Yeah.
In Congress, they will never have the full House in. There's always one person minimum.
Designated
that is-
survivor.
It is called the designated survivor.
What?
Yes, there you go. That is a thing. And
How
it's
about
so
you just get rid of guns though? Like,
Yeah, well,
True.
first off, yeah. But like it's like a deterrent, like if there's
Yeah.
a terrorist attack.
But it
like,
usually
Yeah.
isn't the president, though. The designated
I
survivor
don't
is like a low
yeah,
house
I don't
guy.
think the president is part of Congress. Like,
Oh, maybe,
it's
actually.
not, yeah, it's not necessarily.
I don't
but
know.
I
it-
don't understand the American politics system, so we're not.
No, that's
just
fair.
let's just anyway. But
It's a really dumb scene in this film because they
It was funny,
literally
though.
explain it.
yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, is that real? I don't know.
It is real, but it's really dumb that they explain it because surely the American audience would already know this, and the American
True.
audience is the only people that need explaining.
Americans
things like
don't
this.
understand their own politics.
It's true. They wouldn't
think-
understand it either.
Anyone understands American
true.
politics?
I
No, I
understood it for
understand
like 3 years when I was watching House of Cards, and then I stopped understanding it when I
So
stopped
I
watching House of
understand
Cards.
it, and I have come to an understanding that it's really bad.
It's a pretty
stupid.
bad
They have a first past the post voting system. That's why they have 2 old geezers sorry, one old geezer and now a lady because the other one got too tired for his job and had to back off.
Kamala's so brat, though.
She's
Yeah.
She's brat.
I don't know what that means.
Skibbity toilet Riz. Sigma.
Just fix your voting system. Get rid of the first past the post.
Anyway.
Actually have more candidates.
When I saw the aliens, I was like, oh my god, it's Megamind.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for real.
Because they look like Megamind.
They do look like That's a
rather,
good movie.
Megamind looks like this.
Yeah.
Megamind probably took inspiration from this.
Which is funny, because that's
funny.
Homage, unlike what Tim Burton's fucking trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blow up
They blow up
they
Congress.
have
They kill
several jokes of the aliens come down to talk peace and they kill people. They do it 3 times, which is the rule of 3, so maybe that's what they were going for.
I think that's what they're going for. I like how the head of the army is like, so we need to nuke them. The whole time he's just like,
but
we gotta fire nukes.
I don't understand this joke because that's the bad, that's a bad thing is to do a nuke.
Yes.
But the movie's like
to do a nuke, it's a verb.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go do a nuke.
But everyone's like, but the movie's like dropping the nuke is the good thing. But I'm like,
but he won't
But
do
the
it.
movie's making everyone look dumb for not doing the nuke in the
It is
first
a
place.
I think that's
juxtaposition.
I don't get it.
I don't get what the
Humans are
joke
stupid,
is.
I think is the joke, but also inherently you are human. Does Tim Burton think he's an alien?
I think the joke is that there's always that general guy who's way too aggressive, and he's always in the wrong. But in this movie, he's actually in the right.
Right.
I think that is just the joke. But because this film's not good, the joke isn't very clear. I think that is just the joke, and there's nothing more to read into it. It's just dumb and bad.
Yeah. The Martians, they steal Sarah Jessica Parker, and then they steal Pierce Brosnan, and they deconstruct Pierce Brosnan so he's a head in
This
the
was
jar.
cool. I liked this practical effects.
The effect was good, yeah.
The scenes on the ship where the aliens are just messing around, they have someone's. I think it's Michael J. Fox's hand, and so they've put some electronics on it and they're just walking it around.
Yeah.
And then they've got her and they cut up her chihuahua's head and
put it
her
on her
head
body.
and do a little swap of the heads.
Yeah.
It's very stupid.
They put her head in a glass jar for a bit, and I was like, they Futurama'd her.
Yeah, they did. They're just fucking with them for no reason. It's very silly.
I think that this is funny as well, because previously we see Pierce Brosnan and he's dissecting a dead alien. So then they dissect him.
Oh, yeah, true.
So it's the parallels of that.
That's a good point.
And I guess because she's a fashion influencer, TV host, so she cares about her appearance. I think that's what the joke is there.
You always cared about your appearance.
This is
and you always cared about your chihuahua.
Exactly.
So now
are they genies? What are they doing?
They're doing a saw trap on her right now. They're doing a saw. You always cared about your chihuahua and your appearance.
How dare you have a career in an area that you enjoy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, the head alien's kind of a perv for some reason.
And why are they all in their underpants?
I liked the underpants. I thought the underpants was
they
funny.
Have
because they're different aliens.
Luchadorian kind of
but they don't
shiny.
have genitals, so they don't need
you don't
the underpants.
know that exactly.
No. Because in the dissection scene, the guy's they don't have genitals. That's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
So then.
Maybe
I'm backing you up. I'm saying they don't even need underpants.
How do they reproduce?
It's never explained.
They don't.
My presumption
They're like a beholder.
is cloning.
They just dream of a baby and it happens.
Maybe they got
cool reference, but no.
Maybe they got
Dungeons and Dragons reference.
I love Dungeons and Dragons. I love beholders and the little.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I started Zach on his special interest. Let's reel it back in.
No, I wanted to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. No, I think they actually have a cloning society.
Right.
Yeah.
They're asexual.
Yeah.
And they just reproduce.
There's a sci-fi thing where it's a cloning society exists where one guy just clones himself a whole bunch.
And then the oldest one is,
okay, so we got a scene where Martin Short...
they all look the same, but I'm race blind when it comes to aliens, so maybe I'm just racist.
They have different they have different capes on to indicate their
There's two of them with different capes. The rest
one
of them
has
are in their
purple
underpants.
and one has red, and everyone else is in
the
their
red
little
one's
shiny
the ambassador,
underpants.
and the purple one is a perv.
Yeah.
He's the emperor, I guess.
He's Emperor
or
Perv.
Emperor Perv.
Emperor Martian.
He's got the
likes
Playboy, and he's like,
Playboy
"Oh, wow,
magazine.
wow, wow."
He's like, wow,
And then he like
turns
looks
to
at
the-
Sarah Jessica
Yeah.
Parker's body, and he's like, "Rrr," and I'm like,
Ew.
Yeah.
Stop it.
that's the Tim Burton self-insert.
That is the Tim
yeah,
Burton weirdness.
he's got several. That's his alien insert.
Yeah.
He's got a
Wow.
human one and an alien one.
It's my OC, thank you.
yeah.
How about we talk about his wife/partner insert? Because this is the scene where Martin Short, he picks up an alien.
Yes. Anytime I watch Tim Burton, I'm like, and Helena Bonham Carter's not in it, I'm like, oh, which character would Helena Bonham Carter play if they were
Yep.
together at this point? And I'm like, this is the character.
Yep, it's
so
the alien.
I do a little Googling.
Yeah.
So this is his partner at the time is played
What?
by Martian Girl, who is Lisa Marie, I think.
Okay.
So Maria.
She's like a model and an actor. She was
Yep.
in Ed Wood as well. She played Vampira in Ed Wood.
yeah.
But yeah, she was 25 when they met, and he was 35. And I'm like, well, that's a bit icky.
Not a great age gap there.
Yeah, and then
Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't have hit that.
Exactly.
At least.
Yeah, she's over
25, too
25,
old.
so-
Too old, actually.
but actually, Poppy the
Not
Chihuahua
problematic enough.
was her dog, which is cute.
Ah,
Okay.
that's cute that he got
Yeah.
a spotlight in the film.
good.
For real. But for this scene, I'm like,
He was good, actually, in this film. He got a barking scene as well. I thought he would have been a
yes.
trained dog, but no, that's great.
We got a lot to do in it, yeah.
I don't know how they filmed this scene. Was she on skates? Was she on a track? How did they make her like move so seamlessly? I don't know.
Yeah, I loved the effect.
I think it'd be like rollerblades.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay.
And then
But
you
I
could
didn't
just,
look it up.
And then you just get a plank of wood and just push.
Someone pushes you.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
There's
that's how I would have
there's
done
an
it.
intern like holding her butt up.
Yeah. Apparently, they wanted to make her look like Norma Desmond from Sunset Boulevard. So, like, the movements were kind of meant to be like that, but then she's obviously, like, not moving her legs, so I'm not sure how they
I did
filmed that.
like.
There's not much
I did
information
like
here.
the just weirdness of the scene was really funny.
I like the
found this
weirdness,
very
but I'm
funny.
also like, why would you put your partner in the at the time in a movie and not let her say anything and just have her be a sex symbol? I'm like, that's weird. We saw that in the Tarzan movie. That's weird. I
Yeah.
don't like it when directors do that.
I don't like it either. It's like, look how hot my partner is. It's like, okay, but do a Kate Beckinsale. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, give her a character.
Get your partner to write and direct a whole movie franchise about how hot and cool you are. Don't just get you to be in 5 minutes of a scene being hot.
Well, guys,
And
hear
say
me
no
out,
lines.
though. Hear me out, though. My wife's really hot. Like, guys, come on. I'm the director. My wife's hot. I need to show that, you know.
Yeah.
But she can't act, so like, she's a woman, you know. We can't give her lines or anything.
That's
right?
true. It is Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I did like, though, how, like, she's chewing
Ugh.
gum, and the gum is
Nitrogen.
Yeah,
nitrogen
there's
to let her breathe on Earth.
There's like weirdly in this film, there's like tidbits of lore building,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
was really interested. Like the aliens don't have genitals, so how did they reproduce? And there's like some sci-fi bullshit, and like the gum where it's like they breathe because the scientist guy says earlier that they come from a nitrogen rich, they breathe in nitrogen, and then they explain it as they had some pure nitrogen gum, and so they chewed on the gum to breathe, which
that
is
was
cool.
cool. I thought
It
that was
is
really cool.
And then she bites off Martin Short's finger.
Yeah,
Bites
he
his
gets a
finger
little
off.
too intimate with a bit of extraterrestrial. I
Yeah.
mean, wood. But like, you know, ack, if you know what I'm
Hey,
saying.
I don't.
Close encounters of the O kind.
Oh,
Something
my.
about something signs. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, he leads what he presumes is a sex worker, which is clearly an alien.
There's just a girl dropped off at the front of the White
It's
House.
very funny.
And then he's like, "Yes, you must be a sex worker. Come inside the White House."
Yeah, which very funny. And he puts on the Riz and then tries to get with it, and she bites his fucking
Bites his finger off, and then
because he's
there's an
like,
action
"Oh, I'm going to
scene."
get that gum out of there." After giving her a big snog without consent, by the way.
Yeah.
Honestly, deserved to get his finger bit off.
But like, she can't speak the language, so she can't consent anyway.
Then it's a no either way, surely.
I don't know why I'm like,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah,
she
Han,
can't.
what is this
Well, she
angle you're
can't
coming
give
at?
consent actually.
So it's
Yeah.
fine that she didn't?
yeah, because she bit his
Yeah,
finger
okay,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She has a ring, an eyeball ring, and I was like, Emily Eyefinger. That's a reference that only my friends will get. So
there you go. Shout out.
So anyway, they do that. They kill off Glenn Close.
Oh yeah,
they kill off a bunch of people.
They kill the dog.
Yeah, that was fucked up. The dog
Spoilers.
dies.
The dog does die.
That was really sad.
This is do you know the website?
Yes.
Does the dog die? Yeah, the dog dies.
Two dogs technically die.
Oh my god.
Well, one dog is mutilated, and then another dog dies.
Yeah. Poppy the Chihuahua dies. Almost fucked up, I guess.
They also kill off Jack Nicholson's other character in the casino guy. He just dies randomly.
He's like, I don't even know what the fuck this was. It was like...
Yeah, he had so much screen time in this film over all these other famous actors, and it did nothing.
He's
it
just like a land developer that's trying to make a casino in Vegas. That's that.
And then he's like, oh, aliens invading. That's a good business opportunity.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care about that. I'm just going to keep...
And then he gets killed, and it's like, okay, I guess that was a payoff for that, I guess.
I don't understand.
It was nothing. But that was 0%.
Yeah, but that leads to the boxer teaming up with his wife, Danny DeVito, and they find Tom Jones.
The rich guy's wife, not...
The rich guy's wife, not
Pam Grier.
Yeah. And they find Tom Jones, who plays himself in the movie. He's very funny.
Also, Natalie Portman was running around the White House. She's the president's daughter.
Oh, yeah, she's kind of important.
And I was like... yes, the dark-haired autistic girl to the rescue is a classic Tim Burton trope.
That's true. Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, I wonder what she's going to do to save the day. But then I remember feminism wasn't cool at the time yet.
Yeah, it's not cool yet. So we can't put it in the film because it's not cool yet.
They can't cash in on the feminist card.
No, yeah. They can't do a Wednesday just yet.
Yeah.
She gets to kiss the OC later. So
how old was she in this?
Like 16, I think.
No.
Yeah, it's I would say less. 15.
Yeah, 14.
2 years after
14,
Leon, the
she was
professional.
12 or 13 in that, I think.
She was 12 when she was 14.
14.
Yeah. 14.
Yeah.
How old was he?
I don't want to know.
I can't even find his fucking name in this movie. His name's Richie.
I think 17 by my guess.
He's 48 now.
I'm not good at math.
Wait, when was he born?
Listening.
It's 76.
This is the part of the podcast where we try and do basic math, but because we're podcasters,
so he was 17, I think.
Hey!
17 or 18.
All right,
I guessed it right.
That's not.
But yeah, no, it's not great.
It's not very good.
Wait. No, he was 20.
Yeah, she didn't get much.
He was 20.
Ooh,
Yeah, I said 20.
Yeah, you were.
No, but she only kissed him on the cheek because they couldn't have an actual kiss.
Do you have a girlfriend? Yeah, she's...
Do you have a girlfriend? Even though it doesn't matter. Because all teenage girls care about is boys and pizza.
It's true.
It's true.
That's what all
I don't care about fashion, Mom. I don't...
Yeah.
Maybe you should just leave the White House how it is.
Yeah.
The aliens, they're fucking attacking everything. We get that scene where it's like the montage of them blowing up cities and stuff, but then just randomly cuts to the Godzilla.
That was funny because they're like watching it on TV.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny.
I liked when the French president called up Nicholson or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, and he starts doing a French accent for no fucking reason to answer the phone.
Yeah, he just...
Bonjour! Yeah, I was like,
Hello.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
And I'm like... Okay.
And then of course he just gets killed because the aliens are
what
negotiating
I'm
with
like
him.
is at this point I was like, and NATO hasn't been informed? The thing that was formed, the national organization that was formed after World War II, so that shit like this...
Are you saying this film wasn't well thought through?
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's a wild take to have.
Because why it directly is the French president calling...
Yeah.
So they can have a funny scene where the president does a French accent and then the French president dies.
And again, I'm like, is the joke here that individualism and the US are inherently connected?
No, there's actually a good joke here. The joke here is fuck the French.
That's true.
Which is the only good joke.
And the French president is played by an art house French director.
Oh, there you go.
Funny. I like that.
That is pretty funny, actually.
I think this movie should have been better if instead of being a worldwide invasion, it was just a small town. Or maybe just Washington.
No. Yeah, no. What they should have done is the aliens just invade the US
and leave every other country.
Yeah, the joke is that in every American movie, it's only the Americans who defend the Earth.
That would be pretty funny.
And so the rest of the Earth is like, what's happening over there? It's like, we're defending the Earth. It's like, oh, okay, sure. America at it again. Yeah. Like, that would have been a good joke.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Let them do
Yeah.
their thing.
We get the joke the third time where the president and a bunch of other men are like in a room. The aliens like throw in a bouncy ball into the conference room, and then they're like, "Ha
They all
ha!"
get
fooled you."
down.
They're like, oh my god, it's a bomb! And then it's like, it's just a bouncy ball,
Yeah,
like
it's
a
just like a
record.
snow globe.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And the aliens just laugh at them.
And they kill everyone. Jack
To be fair-
Nicholson, he does a really good president speech in this scene.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, we gotta put our differences aside.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was funny.
And then they just kill him anyway. Which is funny.
I was upset at the movie at this stage because this is like the third time they've done the whole like fake out will do piece.
Yeah.
Is that the joke though?
No, it's the rule
I
of three,
don't-
right? But it wasn't funny. It was okay the first
It
time.
was
and
funny
then
the first time, and then the second time it was like, well, obviously the
No, this is the fourth time they've done it actually because they had the French president die, they've
Yeah.
had the UN die, and they
Oh,
had the
yeah.
first attack.
That's
so
the
this is
fourth
fourth.
time.
They've
Yeah.
broke the rule of thirds here. And it wasn't any good because he's just the alien cries. So I was like, oh, maybe he does get to them this time. Nope. No, the
just kill
alien
them
cried
all.
for no fucking
maybe
reason.
he was just crying. We don't know
he was
culturally
so
what
bored.
crying
No,
means.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
never explained. He just drops a tear for no fucking reason. Maybe just fake out the audience or some shit
I
because it's
don't-
dumb, and I hated it.
don't
And then he
know.
shakes his hand, but the hand's actually a robot, and then
And
the
then a
robot
robot
kills him.
stabs him,
Stabs
and then
into the chest.
has a little
So
flag
pointless.
there.
I was upset actually at this because I was mad because it's like you've done this joke already so many times. And I wasn't really laughing the first time.
exactly.
at it. I was
That's
just
what
like,
I was like at
yeah.
this point. I was like, I'm sick of this. Actually,
Yeah, I was mad.
I was just waiting for it to end. I was like,
I was
okay,
just hoping they
can
would come up
everyone
with
die?
anything different, but no, they were so creatively bankrupt here.
pretty much.
I did
I
like
mean,
the flag, and then they did the circle thing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what does it mean? It doesn't matter because they never explain
mean
it anyway.
donut.
It means donut. It's the universal symbol for donut.
guess.
That's what one of the characters
That's what
says.
Richie says.
Richie says.
The self insert.
Yes.
That is, yeah. And like at this
I
point, like
refuse to acknowledge Richie as a character.
sucks. And like
No, he
speaking-
doesn't. He goes and rescues Grandma.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, Grandma's cool.
Grandma's sick.
Everyone,
we like Grandma.
no one has beef with Grandma. Grandma's sick as hell.
They don't want to rescue Grandma, but Richie does.
The only good thing in this movie is the fact that she's awarded like the highest award.
she
the nation
gets
can
like
give.
a what is it? Purple Cross. or
Something
something.
like that.
Purple
yeah.
Cross for fucking liking
Medal
shitty
of Honor
music.
for like liking.
Shitty music. That's it. She does
Well,
nothing in this film.
That's it. Speaking of creatively bankrupt,
Hmm.
the whole ending of the movie and how they defeat the aliens is just Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. There's a song.
Yeah.
And they play it.
And the frequency like resonates the aliens'
their
brains,
brains
and
Their brains
Explode.
explode. And they somehow give the song to the whole world. They never...
They don't explain
No,
that
they
actually.
don't.
They just
No.
cut to a
The military, like,
vehicle.
blasting
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
That wasn't explained. I was mad. I was
I
like,
guess
what
like
happened?
if you saw someone doing that, you'd be like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, but it's
do you
like
know
a
what-
small...
Do you know what would have been good? A 60-second
Of
scene.
just like him putting it on like a loudspeaker
Yeah,
or something.
and then and the military guy's like, this sound is killing the bugs. Quick, put it on everything. Boom,
Yeah.
done.
Exactly.
Literally 60 seconds of your film.
Fix the movie.
Instead, you need Natalie Portman to kiss a 20-year-old.
No, you need a 20-year-old in Charlie Swan's red pickup truck from Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
That was
yeah,
that car
dude.
chase scene. That was fun.
Oh, yeah,
There's
there
like
was
a
a
big-
giant robot
There's
at
a
some
big
point.
robot
Yeah.
that like crushes the trailers.
I was like, oh, cool, big robot.
And that's
then
why
it
we
looked
see
alright.
Natalie Portman. She's fucking the other guy, and then
Natalie Portman?
No.
no,
Whoa.
Christina Applegate.
Christina
Whoa.
Applegate.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Demi Moore, 17.
Yeah. Which is way better.
And now Natalie Portman's the president. Or we get that funny scene where
Which doesn't make any fucking
No.
sense. Why is this child giving out awards?
Oh, I just
Just
like
'cause
how
she was
they-
the child
Everyone's
of the-
died. Everyone's dead.
Everyone's
All
dead.
of
Just
'cause
Congress
she-
is dead.
That's true. There is literally no one else.
Yes.
That's
I
fair.
did like the joke how they had to get a mariachi band to play the
That was
That
funny.
was funny.
national
yeah.
anthem because everyone was dead. Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually not bad.
And then the Pam Grier and Byron are reunited, so that's good.
Yeah, Tom Jones flies the plane. I
Jones
like
flies
the
a plane.
scene. They fly a plane and then they're just like in wilderness.
That was
Yeah.
very
And
there's, like,
funny.
And then all the animals are coming
all the
out.
animals are coming out. And
That
like,
was
Yeah.
a very good scene, yeah.
That was funny.
Tom Jones has
like,
like an
nature is
eagle. Yeah,
healing.
nature is healing.
Yeah. But like overall this movie's
Oh,
just
and grooving. I think there was like a woodpecker that was like jamming out to
True.
the fucking song that was
It's
playing.
all stock footage, but it was funny.
It was
It's
very
fine.
funny.
but yeah, overall kind of boring actually. Kind of mid.
I liked when
Yeah.
Jack Black said the R slur. That was my favorite.
Oh, he
part.
did say that at some point. That was funny.
Bit of a missed opportunity here, I think.
Yeah, this could have been really funny, but it was nothing. It was I mean, it's Tim Burton. Most of his movies are nothing, but this one
It was,
really
nothing,
was nothing,
and it was too long for nothing.
yeah.
Made me feel like there was going to be a payoff, and there wasn't.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to say.
This was kind of bad.
Kind of mid.
This was ack.
Ack.
This was not Skibbity Toilet.
And that is a fact.
Hello, I'm Dane.
I'm Luke.
And this is What's New Barkeep. Have you ever wondered what was in a Long Island iced tea, a buttered toffee, or a cosmopolitan?
Or, better question, how does it taste?
In this podcast, we answer those questions you were afraid to ask your barkeep. We plunge headfirst into the recipes, discovering the ones that are good, bad, or never again. Along the way, we also talk about things you would talk to your friends about in the bar, whether it's video games, D&D, anime, movies, and TV.
Who knows, you might even catch us on trivia night.
Be sure to catch us every Friday at noon to plan for your happy hour.
So let us find out if the poison you picked is actually poison.
Be sure to drink responsibly.
And have a good one.
It's time to recast this movie then.
This one's going to be good
Do it.
because there was barely any actors
Yeah,
in this
so
film.
we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
True. Well, there were a lot of actors.
You could
but
put Danny
barely any.
DeVito in this, Jack Black,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Well, what sort
Tom
of
Jones.
Tom Jones? Well, what sort of direction do we want to just like streamline an alien invasion movie and make it funny?
Yeah, this is the thing is like, I was like, could do something funny and do like Jordan Peele and do like, not serious, but kind of goofy.
Yeah, well, I
Actually
feel like
talk about themes.
yeah, I feel like there was an attempt at a parody here, so we could try doing a parody, and like that way the comedy theme sort of works, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just like it's a parody film, so there's comedy happening.
Who's a good parody director then? Someone who's on something parody like recently. The
Weird Al.
Jumanji guys. Weird Al. That's pretty good.
I'm like Taika Waititi.
Oh,
like you
yeah.
could do like
Yeah.
a New Zealand remake and
Oh,
like
but I
They
would love
only
that.
attack New Zealand.
yeah. And
Oh
then,
my god, that's really funny.
like have like I don't know, you know, Jamaica them
that's
and
just
like
Yeah.
that's just what's his face, Lord of the Ring guy's first movie.
Peter Jackson.
Peter
Oh,
Jackson's
He
first
could be the
movie.
cameo.
Yes.
He could be Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
At the, like,
Oh my god, yeah.
Gambling.
At the gambling.
yeah,
at the
it's
thing.
just like
yeah.
Peter
Funny.
Jackson.
Just Peter Jackson gambling.
Yeah. Well,
This
that
is a great remake.
That is just Bad Taste, but Bad Taste was also like zombie movies, so
Yeah.
this could just be straight.
This could
straight.
just
Be an alien.
Have a parody of Bad Taste in this movie as well. That'd be great.
Okay, so Taika Waititi.
I like this. I like this.
Chuck the kid from Deadpool in what's his name?
Oh,
Julian
yeah,
Dennison.
Yeah.
He's worked with Taika Waititi before.
Just
True.
get the whole cast for Hunt of the Wilder People. Sam
yeah,
Neill,
yeah.
Reese Darby,
You are speaking my language
Rachel
right
Horse. Have Bruno Mars as Tom Jones because he's stuck in a Las Vegas casino. Do you know about this?
now. No?
Look it up. Anyone at
Okay.
home, look it up. Look up Bruno Mars. And he's
stuck in a-
performing in Las Vegas because he can't pay off his gambling debts or something.
Oh,
so
nice.
he has
So
to
he just
perform
has
every
To
night.
perform every night for free
So,
or something.
yeah, something like that.
Ah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
What a dum-dum.
All right, so Tom Jones is being played by Bruno Mars. It's a
I
good
don't know
one.
why he would be in New Zealand though.
I'm sure there's some funny
He's
reason.
running away from his debts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So instead of the president, I
think
does
Sam-
New Zealand have a prime minister? Prime minister?
I think so. Have Sam Neill as the prime minister or the president.
Yeah,
I think that would be good. I think he could bring that energy.
I agree. I think Sam Neill is a good straight kind of politician guy.
Yeah, little schmoozy, little
Yeah.
cares about appearance.
Yeah. So who we got?
So we got the president.
We got the president. Yep. Checks out.
Natalie Portman's probably a important role. She could be the main
Is
character
she?
even.
Ah.
Could swap it around so she's like
see
the
it from
main,
her
like that
perspective.
character's
Yeah.
kind of the main character. The kid of the president is the main character.
guess.
I don't know.
Well, you
like
could
I'm
do-
like, do we make a main character or do we just kind of have it be a bunch of sketches?
I like being a bunch of sketches.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, there's an interesting because you could do what I thought the film was going to do, which is you have the two kids because of all the conflict happening, they just meet up and then they have to like travel together and avoiding aliens and shooting aliens, and like surviving essentially, right? And then we see everything else happening around them.
What are the aliens going to look like?
Oh, that's a good question.
Megamind.
That's pretty fun. I had an idea for the First Lady, for Glenn Close's character. We could have Lucy Lawless, Xena warrior princess herself.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Melanie Leninsky from Yellow Jackets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I want her to be the one that's like, nuke the aliens. Like, she's like fully aggressive, and the president's like, I don't know.
I like Rachel Horse for that, for the principal from Heartbreak High.
Oh, yeah,
She's
she's
also
hilarious.
the police officer in
yeah.
Hunt for the Wilde People.
Oh, yeah, she's in Hunt for the Wilder People, isn't she?
In the real movie, the First Lady is all on board for murdering the aliens.
Yeah, she's like, do it.
I was hoping they'd do more with that. But she dies shortly after that. So in this one, I want the president to die.
Yeah.
And she's the one left in charge.
I
And
like
she's like gung-ho, like, let's bring it to the aliens.
I like that.
Do a bit of a Ridley thing, just fucking
I like that.
blast them up. That'd be sick.
I really like that. I'm like, Martin Short's character could be Jermaine Clement. Danny DeVito could be Jermaine Clement. Like, he's obviously, like, he's funny.
I think
we should definitely still have Danny DeVito in this one as well.
yes, of course.
But just for 2
just
seconds.
like watching it happen. He's like, man, that's fucked up. And then like leaves.
Yeah.
And then rolls on the craps table.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's very good, yeah.
I think that Brett McKenzie, which is the other half of Flight of the Conchords, doesn't get enough to do.
That's
and
true.
I'd like him also in it.
The most unrealistic part of the film we just watched is the people in Vegas actually cared about what was happening outside.
That's a good point.
And only Danny DeVito was the one that was still rolling at the craps
For
table.
real.
'Cause in real life,
they wouldn't care.
would not have even
I don't think they even play the news though.
Yeah, no, exactly. They wouldn't have even known. They specifically don't have TVs or things that show you the outside.
Yeah.
So you stay in there as long as possible.
Just like
you
Percy
cannot tell if
Jackson.
it's day or night in a casino in Las Vegas.
Just like
because they don't have
Fortress.
windows.
Just like the gaming bar Fortress in Melbourne,
Yeah, so what should have happened is like he just comes out of the casino and everything's like destroyed and be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. I think Brett McKenzie would be a good Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with his character.
Or
though,
Pierce
'cause
Brosnan
He doesn't really do anything, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, it would be a good BS Brosnan.
He is cool. I did like the press being like, when the aliens get here, can we interview them? Can we just have a chat?
Like, can we talk to the aliens, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Taika Waititi directing this. We've got Sam Neill as the Prime Minister. We've got Lucy Lawless as the First Lady. Rachel House as the General. Brett McKenzie, I think, is very funny as the Professor.
Yeah.
That's really, really funny. Sarah Jessica Parker's character, I guess. That's kind of a love interest. Tessa Thompson.
Who's our fighter dude? Who's that dude that punches some aliens?
Carl Urban getting to beat up people.
The guy who plays Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I see
do
it.
it.
I see it. Just our like generic professional fighter dude. That's he's retired and he's too old for this shit.
Tamara Morrison, that's his name, yeah.
Just got every single New Zealand actor.
Just every single one of them.
You want to be in this?
Yeah. But Carl Urban has to do his accent from The Boys.
Yeah, obviously.
He plays the American president.
That's
for
funny.
the one scene, kind of like the France scene in
Yeah,
this one.
yeah,
But it's
yeah.
Carl Urban
Yeah.
being like, "Oh, good day, I'm bloody Carl." That's the episode. Thanks so much for listening to this episode here of Oldie Buddy Goodie. Hey, if you like the show, make sure you tell those Martians next door, those Martians in your attic. Is that a movie?
Nope.
Aliens in the Attic.
Aliens in the attic.
Actually, Tisdale's
close.
in that.
There you go.
That's a good movie. I like that. It's very bad, but it's good in terms of it's fun and actually has a more cohesive plot than this does.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it an oldie or a goodie?
It's an oldie, but it's still fun.
Probably better than this one.
Yes, 100%. Go watch that instead, or Spiderwick Chronicles, because that's the same vibes.
Sure. All right. Well, if you like the show, tell your friends. Helps out. Drop a review on iTunes, Spotify, whatever. Comment on YouTube.
Apple Music.
Apple Music.
YouTube.
Amazon Podcasts.
Where's the movie?
Where is the movie?
Make sure you comment, where's the movie?
And where's the movie?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
In fact, if you have listened to this show on any podcast platform, go to YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. It's linked in the episode description. Just comment. That way we know that you've listened. It'll be really helpful meter for us to know how many people listen to this
Yeah,
episode.
that's it.
Links in the episode description, and make sure you follow our guest Han as well. What are you on?
I'm on the Twitch. I'm on the Instagram, Butstagram, as I said earlier.
Whoa.
I'm on the Twitter. I refuse to call it X at this point. I'm on everything. I'm on Letterboxd. Don't follow me on there. That's cringe.
Don't do that.
I'm on all the stuff and things.
Links in the episode description. Also, patreon.com/oldybuddygoodie-pod if you want ad-free episodes, but out on Wednesday is the final K-drama.
The final K-drama.
Where we did.
And let's just say this one rocks. I refrained from making that joke throughout the entire episode, but I saved it for here.
Will we ever do another K-drama? Who knows? But that's up on Patreon, the final episode on Michael Bay's The Rock. We also announced what the next mega series on Patreon is going to be.
So we're not going to tell you here. You have to go listen to the Patreon.
We maybe jumped the gun on that a little bit too quickly, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We're almost done with Friday the 13th.
We're all about jumping the guns here.
That was a alien gun reference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. I got that one. Unlike this movie where I didn't understand anything.
Links
so true
in the episode description. And you too cannot understand anything. I got to pick next week's movie.
Oh, Sandra, I've got a whole plethora of things. First off, Men in Black.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh, that's a good one.
It came out this year.
One.
Speaking of Men in Black,
97? Yeah, for sure. That's a good one.
What about Alien? Resurrection.
Is that number 4?
It's the Joss
yeah,
Whedon one.
It's not so great.
That's a basketball one.
But I liked it.
Isn't Winona Ryder in that one?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Speaking of sci-fi, what about Event Horizon?
Such a pog movie.
I like that movie.
That was actually pretty good.
I like that movie.
Speaking of
Dead
good
Space,
movies,
though.
what about Steel?
No.
What is Steel?
That's the Shaq movie where Shaq is RoboCop.
It's a C-list
Wait,
DC
like Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to watch this now.
It's a C-list, like, DC Comics character.
Yeah.
He's like he teams
Perfect.
up with Superman a bunch. I don't know. What about Turbo, the Power Rangers movie?
Ooh.
I got nothing to say about that.
What about Austin Powers, International Man?
Oh, that's the first one.
The first one?
That's the good one. What about The Fifth Element? If we didn't have enough weird underage stuff this episode.
Multipass.
Pass.
Multipass.
Multipass. Although that one is quite good.
That was the joke from the movie.
Yeah, I know, the multipass.
Thank you.
I've seen the movie.
There's two.
It's a good
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? No. Oh my god.
You can't take my film bro card. You can't get me. I'm a bunch of nanobots. I'm everywhere.
It's true.
We got 2 movies here by auteurs. My favorite Tarantino movie, Jackie Brown. Came out in 97.
Nice. Pam Grier is also in that one.
Pam Grier is the main character. She plays... She's got to do a heist. It's really good. And then also David Lynch's Lost Highway, which doesn't make any fucking sense, and I don't want to watch it again because it made me confused and upset.
Just like this movie.
Well, speaking of slightly confusing, from our favorite director, Batman and Robin.
Oh.
I like...
Batman and Robin.
Which one? Is that the one?
You know I killed the dinosaurs.
The Ice Age! How about everybody just chill out?
Chill out.
No. I do want to do an episode on that at some point. That would be a really
absolutely.
fun one to review at some point.
Get your Bat credit cards out for that one.
Oh my god, Wishmaster came out in 1997.
Is that the...
That was Wes Craven.
We mentioned it a few
funny.
times, but Jurassic Park, The Lost World.
Yeah, that one's kind of boring though.
Yeah, that one's the boring
not
one.
good or bad. It's just boring.
I don't mind
The
that one.
Cube, that's like the original Saw.
Cube is good.
That's good.
Here's one that I actually really want to see at some point in the near future. Starship Troopers.
Oh, yes,
That's
yes.
funny.
Which is very popular at the moment because of Helldivers.
True. Oh, Mouse Hunt. I like Mouse Hunt.
Yeah, I was looking at the poster because the poster's really
As
cute.
in like Agatha Christie?
No, Mouse Hunt is a movie about two brothers.
Two brothers.
One of them is Nathan Lane. 2 brothers, and they're in a mansion, and there's a mouse.
And they're trying to get the mouse.
They're trying to kill them.
The poster's
Wait, was this...
The poster's really cute.
This was
I like
like
the poster.
a movie based on the board game Mouse Hunt?
Oh, it might have been based on the
think.
board
Yeah,
game.
it's possible.
Yeah.
I think so. Because Jumanji did well, so then everyone was like, oh, I guess we'll just make board game movies.
Yeah.
Point. G.I. Jane.
Oh.
The Wiggles movie.
The Wiggles movie! I've definitely seen it already. If it's anything to do
Anaconda?
with Wiggles.
Anaconda,
Chug, a big red car.
All right, I know what I'm picking.
George
though.
of the Jungle.
Oh, that's a banger.
Mr. Magoo.
Oh, Mr. Magoo. I watched Mr. Magoo on TV once and I went, this movie is pretty funny. But it also went for like 5 hours.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copland. Don't want to pick that. Gattaca.
Oh my God.
I have always wanted to watch Gattaca.
Oh my god, Sandro, you've got so
Can
many
you just
choices
pick, please?
here.
I gotta go.
I've gotta go.
Sandro, there are
can't breathe
so
the
many
nitrogen
good
in this
movies
atmosphere.
Here. Yeah, it's
Even though
too
I'm
much.
made of metal.
True.
Yeah.
What are nanobots made of?
Nano.
Black holes.
Plot armor.
MacGuffins.
Yeah, MacGuffins.
I kind of wish I saw Speed 2 cruise control was an option because I.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is Keanu Reeves in that one?
No, that's just Sandra Bullock on a cruise ship.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
you've seen it.
Oh no.
I saw half of it and gave
Yeah,
up.
for
Ooh.
when we did the Speed episode, I
Yeah.
remember you watched some of that and was like, that was
I
awful.
couldn't finish it. It was so
Yeah.
bad. Anyway, no, I'm
You've
picking
got
a
so
movie.
many good choices here. There's no way you pick a bad one now. There's no way Sandro picks a terrible movie.
I want to
don't
pick
say
a
that.
movie. I want to pick a movie that I've always wanted to watch.
Oh
Okay.
no. Oh no.
That I know will be good content.
Okay.
Yes, it's going to be terrible.
Oh, fuck.
There we go.
But it is the 90s, and coming out
Yeah.
later this year is Venom 3.
Venom, what?
Venom
Okay.
3 The Last Dance.
Is that the one where he gets pregnant?
Maybe. There's a Venom horse in it, that's all I know.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Okay,
Force.
you've got my attention now. I'm paying attention.
I'm picking
awake.
Spawn, Zach.
Oh, Spawn. Oh, no. I've seen that one before.
Oh, is it good?
No.
Oh.
I remember distinctly the CGI was really bad.
Hell yeah.
Just like this movie.
But like Judge Dredd and then Mars Attacks, they're kind of boring. I
Yeah.
want something that's just bad. That I know
like
it's just
Judge
going to be
Dredd.
bad. And I want a
Judge
bad
Dredd was
fun
great.
time.
Judge Dredd was great.
No. Someone messaged me
I
after...
knew you would say that.
Someone messaged me,
knew
one of my
you would
friends
say that.
heard the episode and messaged me and was like, I'm pretty sure Rob Schneider got a concussion while filming this movie. And then sent me a scene where his head just like hits the ground. And I was like,
Rob
know what?
Schneider gets a concussion.
Honestly, actually, great movie. Never mind.
anyway.
Just Rob Schneider getting a concussion. That's my
From
favorite
good
movie.
to great movie.
sure.
My favorite movie, you've probably never heard of it. It's Rob Schneider getting a concussion on a loop, and then it's played on like an old Sony TV, and then it's like someone in a hamster wheel running around next to it.
Exactly.
Great movie.
It's my favorite. I
It's
went
really
to see
art
it.
house. You
All right,
probably
Spawn.
never.
Spawn.
Anyway,
Anyway, yes.
I'm picking Spawn next week because I
All
want to
right.
watch it.
All right,
and it
let's
looks
do
funny.
Let's do it.
Is Rob Schneider in that?
No, I
Good.
hope not.
I hope so. Just so you can hate watch it even more viscerally.
Hate Rob Schneider so much. Next week, Spawn, Zach, you gotta go the next year. I'm gonna teleport you to...
Yeah, that's a nice gun.
the gun.
I'm thinking about
To
it
the
now.
gun? You're going to
I'm gonna
teleport
teleport...
him to the gun?
Look, he's on Mars right now. Maybe I'll
It's
put him
true.
somewhere else that's a bit red.
Where?
Hell.
Hell,
I'm
probably.
gonna send
Yeah,
Zach to
no,
hell.
it's because it's Spawn. Yeah, they're in hell. I'm not looking forward to that,
Put
actually.
Zach in hell.
That's
Oh,
going to
well.
be scary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I meant to construct that giant laser thing that the
Yeah.
voices were telling me.
Remember Simba.
Simba!
Build the thingy that I said earlier. I can't
Giant
remember.
laser.
The giant laser.
Yeah.
Oh.
The giant portal gun.
He's gotta build the giant portal gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll be back.
Oh,
Will you?
I don't know.
I don't think you are, looking at the schedule we've got.
you never know,
I'm not here
Sanjay.
anymore. Oh
my God, she disappeared.
Oh
I
my
have a bunch of
gosh.
nanobots
She turned into a bunch of
disappearing.
nanobots and flew into the sky. Oh, and I think she burnt up in the atmosphere.
Oh, that's-
And then they're all just like little flies, just like dropping, like burning in the.
Well, that
Wow.
was weird as fuck.
That's
All right,
really-
well, through the portal I go.
You know
use
what,
your
Zach?
Special powers.
You know what, Zach? I can't even be bothered sending you through the portal. You do it yourself with your mind powers.
Now that I've unlocked my mind powers, he's too lazy to even shoot the laser portal.
In fact, why don't you give me a steak sandwich right now?
You know what? Look, there we go. Boom,
yummy.
a portal. No.
I want some of that.
You're dead.
That was my
Aw.
steak sandwich. I was going to eat that.
I knew you'd say that.
I knew you'd say
I'm going
that.
through the
Can
portal.
we cut?
Going through the portal. Whee!